Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder explains why he believes Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Shout out to worldboxingnews.net. Link in the description. Check out their article. They have an exclusive interview that I want to direct you guys to. Go over. It says, exclusive, Deontay Wilder reveals his opinion on why Anthony Joshua lost. In the second part of an extensive and exclusive interview with World Boxing News, WBC heavyweight champion of the world, I'm so frustrated, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder aired his thoughts on the Anthony Joshua fallout. Wilder's 33 has been forced to come to terms with the fact that the pair will never meet in an undefeated and undisputed battle after Joshua was humbled by Andy Ruiz last month. Andy Ruiz Jr. is the man of the hour. Conspiracy theories have reigned since Joshua surrendered his 4 world titles to Mexico's first world champion at 200+ pounds. Bronze Bomber believes that the pressure weighed down on Joshua's shoulders ultimately proved too much, which is funny because I did the Boxing Ego 7 Reasons, and in that I told you that the pressure, this was before the fight, the video's still up, told you that pressure was going to be a pain in the ass for Joshua and probably would amount to too much. This is what Wilder says, and I quote, "It's like I tweeted before. They kept Joshua away from me because of that fact. They knew that the result that was going to happen, but probably a little earlier than that if me and him fought." Wilder exclusively told World Boxing News, "We all knew this would happen, but that's boxing. Anthony Joshua's had a lot of pressure on him coming to America for one, and then he was worrying about me and what I did in my performance against Dominic Brazil, a fight I was at, crazy fight, heavyweight fight, first round knockout." He said all that stuff weighs in on you. He was panicking in the dressing room, and I understand that stuff. It'll get to you. You know, there's a lot of people who feel different types of ways, you know. Eddie Hearns is claiming, and Joshua, he did the vlog on his channel. He's like, "Oh, listen, you guys know me. I did not have a panic attack. I was not panic. You know, it was not me, you know." But he looked shook. When he was walking out, he looked like a chihuahua. You never seen a little chihuahua and they just shake for no reason, just because you looked at him, and he's pacing and getting them neck massage, leaning on the ropes, which is, you know, it's a bit ironic that he was before the fight, he was leaning back on the ropes like that and fidgeting with his mouthpiece. And when Andy Ruiz actually fought back, he was doing those same mannerisms. So it just looked like the fact that Andy Ruiz stuck in there and had the heart of a lion and was a man on, you know, a man determined. And he looked like he succumbed to that pressure. And he was just like, you know, he folded. He just mentally checked out because just watch what I'm saying. Listen, study why I would be mad. Anthony Joshua, before the fight, he was looking all like, you know, paranoid and like, you know, wow, first time in America. Like, you know, he looked shook, and he was fidgeting with his mouthpiece, popping it in and out of his gum shield. And then he was leaning on the ropes and he was getting a massage and stuff. It looked like he was high strung. And when he checked out, when Andy Ruiz started firing back and bop, 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 lacing combinations up, you know, he was doing those same mannerisms. Like he was just gone. And I really, they said he had a concussion in that fight. I really believe a concussion could bring out a level of the subconscious mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's any medical proof behind that, but I really do feel like the subconscious mind can be brought out, just like when people drink alcohol and they say alcohol is a truth serum. I think what was the fears, the paranoia, Joshua's fear of losing that he's talked about over and over and over again in various interviews, those types of things, they were all brought out in that particular moment of weakness and vulnerability, all because Andy Ruiz, you know, didn't go easy. But anyway, back to Deontay Wilder. He said certain things you want to perform and do great. Nobody never wants to lose. We want to do great. But when you got so much on you and so much pressure talking about the guys sparring, dropping him in sparring and stuff. It's a lot. When your time comes, I understand he just froze at that moment of time, but we'll see whether he can redeem himself in the second fight, in the rematch. Talking further about the pre-fight buildup having an effect, Wilder pointed out he'd previously predicted Joshua would struggle. I wasn't shocked at all by the result of the Andy Ruiz fight. Me and Shelly Finkel was talking about it. I asked him, how did he feel about it? He said he'd give the fight 6 rounds going Joshua's way. And I told him I had a different opinion. I said it was going to go all 12, but don't be surprised if Joshua loses either. And he was like, really? He was kind of shocked. And I was like, really? He said, well, don't know too. Sorry. He said, well, I don't know too much about Ruiz to give a proper assessment. And that's why he went with that. Then it says Mexican pride with certain training and stuff like that. I could tell he got some different skills. He could fight. I knew he was a skillful guy and he was brave and had the Mexican pride. When you have that, you have a tough fight. It'll take a lot from him. Joshua's prideful and he's going to go in with pride. But with guys like that, you really just got to go and knock him out. When AJ went in there and did what he did, I wasn't shocked at all. On talk of Joshua retiring, if Ruiz repeats the devastation in a few months' time, Wilder concluded, it's never over for him. People always think when you lose, it's over, but that's never the case. A lot of people haven't learned from all these years. They haven't learned because that's how you become a 2-time, 3-time, 4-time champion. End quote. So basically Wilder's saying the pressure grew too much for Joshua to handle. I think the rematch is a very dangerous fight for Anthony Joshua. It's also danger with Andy Ruiz, but you got to look at it like this. Andy Ruiz was brought in to lose. He was brought in last minute. He was brought in with a half-assed 5-week camp, and he still produced, so the moment didn't grow too big for him. Now, one of the things that Joshua's team should really fear is what I'm about to say. Joshua allowed this man to become a champion, a multi-belt, unified champion. So with that in mind, you have him living like a king. He's receiving a level of praise and love that he never really had in his career. When he fought Joseph Parker, people weren't even like, that wasn't even considered one of the biggest fights for that timepiece. You get what I'm saying? Like me, I wanted to see it because I'm a fan of the heavyweight division. Always wanted to see it do well and come back. But there weren't a lot of people buzzing and talking about that fight. And it even happened in New Zealand where Parker's from. And it happened super early in the morning. I remember I had to get up super early, in US time to watch that. So that's one of the things that Joshua should fear is whatever happened that fateful night with Andy Ruiz Jr., that's fine. But so many vulnerabilities were shown on that particular night. In addition to that, you have to look at it is you got this man living like a champion. He is a champion and he's living like a king. So now you have to come in with all your faults, all the, mistakes you made, all the vulnerabilities you showed. A lot of people, including Wilder and myself, feel like Joshua quit, And I was in Houston. We had a cool debate about the heavyweight division. Make sure you guys check that video out. It's 20 plus minutes on the spot. It's just me and the good folk of Houston talking this heavyweight division. So, make sure you guys check that. But anyway, you got to strip this away from Andy Ruiz because you got him living his best life. He's in Puerto Rico with Miguel Cotto and the WBO being celebrated. Snickers is reaching out to him. He was just in Mexico living like a champion with the Presidente, and he just Jimmy Kimmel shows, all types of stuff. Now you got to go in there and right your wrongs. And it sounds like they might do it in the U.S. It's possible Principality Stadium, but I think it'll land in the U.S. So it's an uphill battle for Joshua, but that's Wilder's opinion on why he lost the rematch. I'm anxious to see the details. Where is it going to happen? Location, what network, what platform is going to host it. I will keep you guys updated. Keep it locked. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We definitely working, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this. This will definitely be bigger than than the previous fight. Again, hate, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.